Hello and welcome to Herman's RV Holidays. I'm Adam and Zoe is not with me at the moment. In fact, the news. Let's start off with the news. I hope you're all right. First, getting it all mixed up now. But first of all, we've been ill this week, colds and stomach bugs and stuff. And Zoe is still got a bit of headaches and dizziness and things. So yeah, so it's not been a very good week for us, which is fine. Rather now, rather than being on holiday, right? So not a problem there. So we won't be seeing Zoe today. Um, I have fixed Herman's bike rack. That's probably the number one news. It's been bugging me for a while ever since I reversed into that tree in France in Brittany. And I've been looking for the clips that are broken. Unfortunately, though, I've not been able to find them. However, my brother-in-law, he gave me the idea of why don't I use the original clips and use Jubilee clips to anchor them together. So that's what I've done. I'm going to be making a video on that, putting that together, and that will be released in the next few weeks, I guess. And we've been planning very in small doses. We've been planning our next holiday, and we're thinking of doing the NC 500 in Scotland. That's the North Coast 500. In fact, it was mentioned on that Top Gear spin-off Grand Tour with Clarkson, Hammond, or whatever. It was kind of in their news item. I thought, oh, this is great, a new whole big, 5-minute video of it, film of it. But no, it was just a matter of them taking the mick out of the police up there. Now it's all big and very popular. I didn't realise it was going to be popular, and people are doing lots of speeding and things. So that's the only reason it's been in the news. But and to help that along, when we go there, of course, I'm going to be doing a video, and I've ordered myself a drone, a camera drone. In fact, it's a small thing. It's not an expensive. Well, it is expensive, but it's not as expensive as a thing that I really do want. But it'll follow you, and it's small. It can slip it in the pocket. It's about this big actually. This is my mobile, and it's not much bigger than that. Obviously, it's thicker. It's about that thick, and it folds out. And you use your phone, and you can say, right, follow me. And it's not perfect, but I think it'll do for. I guess you could call them selfies. But anyway, I can just imagine in beautiful Scotland taking high shots of the surrounding scenery. So I'm hoping that's what I'm going to be able to do. Battery time on it is terrible, like six minutes, which I guess if it's going to be tiny, there are some drawbacks, but hopefully that should be good. Should be getting that in the next few weeks, and give me plenty of time to practice. But whenever we go, we don't really know when we're going to go on that holiday yet. We still haven't decided because, of course, the midges. And the problem with Scotland, I think the biggest problem, rather than the midges, is the weather. If it's great weather, it's brilliant weather. But if it's crap weather, raining, and you're just going to have a miserable time, I think. And that drone's not going to be coming out. Okay, so that's the news. I should have like a news thing up in the corner or something, and press a button, it pops up. But anyway, maybe next time. So from last stream, Grumpy Wood I Am asked in the stream whether or not that was pool in the images that were coming up, like these images. No, these images here. Those images. He said because it was supposed to be Brittany, but what we'd also done is taken as we're coming into pool, and yes, Grumpy, they are pictures of pool. They've got the battleships there and the big tower, which I have no idea what it's called, but the big observation tower there. So it's Poole and Portsmouth, that kind of area. Just had to take, and of course we had a storm coming in as well, massive rain clouds. So that's, yes, it was Poole. So sorry about that. Right, let's get on to some questions first of all, and these are questions really aiming. These are from the announcement video that I released today. And by all means, everyone, I think there's a few people on right now. Let's just take a look. There are 10 people watching at the moment. If you want to say hello, please do use the chat. Don't be shy. Say hello, and if you have any questions that you want to ask, just fire away. Right, where are those questions gone? Okay, so I'm going to do this. Watch this now. See if I can do this. Book. Right, so these are the questions. This is the video that I released this morning, and I've just got a few questions, and I can point to them. No, point to them. There you go. Technology, huh? So Mark Wright says, "Hey, now you've been to Canada and you know what it's like. Given the chance, would you like to go to Canada in Herman?" Now, I've been thinking about this. The thing is, with the motorhome in the RV that we had in Canada was a big beast. It was 5.5 tons, and although a couple of people who we went with said it was, they had problems with theirs, maybe too big to drive, all these kind of things. I loved it though. Yes, it drank fuel and it's petrol. It wasn't diesel. It's like a, what did I say in the video? It was V10 something or other. So it did drink the fuel, but it, you know, when it was, I wouldn't say it was a dream to drive. When you're driving along, you're literally doing this because just look out the window and that's it. You're kind of moving off the road a bit. I always think of those Hollywood movies when they're doing that and they're acting. You think, oh, they're acting, but no, that's the steering. It's terrible steering on them. You just got to get used to it. It's really weird. However, brilliant motorhome. I don't think I would use Herman in Canada. I wouldn't take Herman to Canada. Other things as well, such as emptying your tanks. They have huge tanks on there, which is just massive, just big pipe, and then you just pull it in the ground, and you pull this lever, and all the water and the waste comes out. Whereas with Herman, you've got a little cassette. All right, so it's better to actually go in an RV that they have over there. A lot more comfortable. Link up to what they call it, city water. So you can plug your water, take your they've got a tap, you plug it into the motorhome, or screw it into the motorhome, and rather than using your water in your tanks, it'll just bypass all that, and then you can use the water that's coming straight out of the tap in the site. So the shower was a bit smaller. That was about it. The bathroom rather, a bit small, a lot smaller than Herman's. But no, I think I would not prefer not to take Herman to Canada. I think. Long question for just a simple no answer. Yeah. Alan 13 says, "Hi Adam, did the hired motorhomes have solar panels?" No, they did not. I don't think you could hire them either. You could hire things like televisions and your Wi-Fi, but no, not. I don't think solar panels. Did you have electric hookups on every site? No, there's a few times. The whole trip was organised. I think we must have stayed in, I'm guessing now actually, 7 campsites. No, it couldn't have been 7. It's got to be more than that. Anyway, no. Some of them we went to, a couple of them we didn't have hookups at all, so we were just sitting there. I think they call it boondocking over there when you're not connected. Wild camping is what we call over in the UK. And there are the times where we there was Camp Creek Ranch, where we was in a circle, and the last place, one of the last places, just before we headed into Whistler. No, not Whistler. Jasper. I'm getting my places wrong now. Um, I don't remember where that is actually, but no, there's two campsites where we didn't have any hookups at all. But that's fine. Just gave us a bit of a break, bit of a, you had to concern yourself, but not worry too much about your water and your gas and your generator and that kind of thing. Okay, so next question. Easy Living 9. Well, we are well into 2017 now. What are your plans for the trips in Herman this year? Are you thinking about getting across the channel again? Unfortunately, we are a bit lapsadaisical when it's this year with our planning. I'm kind of getting the itch to do something, maybe of a weekend kind of thing, maybe to practice with my drone whenever that arrives. But we haven't really got anything planned at all. We've got a number of options. We get in. I got a few emails from Just Go Rental. They've got a massive amount of motorhomes that they want to be picked up from Italy and driven all the way back to Luton. I don't think we'll do that, but that's a good option. Then we have obviously the NC 500, which we'd really like to do. Midges and weather worry us, though. Well, not worry, but concern us. And Zoe has mentioned that she would like to go to Brittany again and do some other part of it. But we haven't really kind of, just need to kick up the butt, I suppose. So we haven't really got anything planned at the moment. I guess there's also the Camping and Caravan Club tours, the French tour, but we've already done a few of those places in the French tour. So, things to think about, and maybe we'll get you an answer for the next stream. All right, some questions have come in from the live chat here. So Jack Bear, let's have a look at these. Last 2 years we've done the west coast of Scotland in May. Weather was good and no midges. Okay, May's good then, I think. Start off at Whiskey Festival in Grandtown, May, and then head over to Skye. Oh, see, I like my whiskey. That's not a bad idea. That'll have a few days there. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Jack. That'd be great. I don't know if Zoe would like that, but wow. I've been to beer festivals and such like, but not a whiskey festival. You imagine them all lined up. Went to it's just reminded me actually. There was an inn or hotel. They have lots of hotels in Scotland, don't they? Rather than pubs and things. And where were we? I forget now. Oh, it always come to me. The river Lake Tor. Lake Tor. Oh, anyway, so it had behind the bar there was loads of bottles. It was amazing. And on the bar, like bottles of whiskey, and on the bar there's a little tap. Every so often, every few meters, there's a little tap. You just put your whiskey on there and a little bit of water. Oh, it was amazing. Mark Wright says, "Hi Adam. If you come back to Blighty, hold on. If you came back to Blighty from St Marlow, surely you came into Portsmouth and not Poole. Isn't that the same? Poole and Portsmouth are the same, aren't they? Port. Getting my geography wrong. Getting my geography on. Let's just quickly go here, and then I was going to show you the map of Canada. Come on, labelled. That's fine. Let's get out. I'm interested. No, what are you doing? Oh no, of course. I'm thinking of Bournemouth. My geography is not that bad. No, no, it wasn't Poole. Oh, I'm getting so confused. No, it was Portsmouth. Thanks, Mark. Right, let's switch the map off. We might come back to that later. Let's still look at these lovely photographs. There's a story behind that butterfly, actually. So, Mark, what's the rest of your statement there? Portsmouth, not Paul. And thanks for answering my previous question. No problem. Easy living. I noticed from your Britney video that you didn't like the look of airs. My wife and I use them all the time in our France trips. There are some great ones, but not that are not crowded. Yeah, we've seen some airs before. Well, in that same holiday, there was an air right at the top of a hill. In fact, I rescued some guy in a motorhome. They just pulled off of this lay-by there, and their tire cage kind of hit the curb as he came down, ripped it off, and he just couldn't move without making it worse. Anyway, yeah, it was a lovely air up there. Yeah, we both understand that they're not all like what we've seen, but that was our first. The one you saw in the video was our first one that we've seen that we wanted to visit and possibly stay at. But when we saw it, though, I mean, you saw the video. I don't think anybody would have wanted to go there and stay there, especially not when it wasn't our cup of tea. You know what I mean? I guess that's the good thing about airs. If you don't have to book. If you don't have to book. You just turn up. If you don't like it, then you move on to the next town, I suppose. But yeah, I think we would. I think I would like to do more airs just for the experience more than anything else, really. And of course, it they we would be €20 cheaper a night, I suppose, since they are free. Right, Mark says, tell us more about picking up the motorhomes from Italy. Okay, I'll so Just Go, and I'm sure other motorhome companies or rental companies do this as well, but what I think they do every year, I know this, that every year they will sell on old motorhomes and buy brand new ones by the job lot. When we were doing it, they were talking about 40 motorhomes at a time. I think, though, they're doing it even more. So they've had this like job lot picking up, say, 40, 50 motorhomes to be picked up. So all these people are going there, they pick them up. The holiday, they give you like 7 or 10 days, depending on what offer they have each year. And then so it's cheaper, and of course you can extend it to whatever you like. But the idea is that they will pay for your flight over to Italy, pick you up in coach en masse, and then they will give you the keys. You move into the motorhome and you drive back, and obviously drop it off when you need to, when you're at the end of your holiday. We've always extended it to 2 weeks. It gives us a time to get back. They seem to only offer it to people who have rented with them in the first place, first of all, and then if there are still motorhomes available, then they will offer it to the public. But I think if you just call them, then they will, may consider. So, yeah, okay, fine. They want to move these motorhomes. It's a great offer, and especially the fact that within half a day you're in Italy. Where was it now? It was near Pisa. Is where when we went, that's where we picked them up. It's like a mile, about 2 hours south of Pisa, and yeah, you just get in it and off you go. And you got basically we had 2 months. Sorry, 2 months. I wish 2 months, 2 weeks to get back, and it was amazing because if we had to do that in Herman, we'd have to drive all the way to Italy spend some time in Italy and drive all the way back. Now that's great. Don't get me wrong, traveling all that way, but we don't feel like it's like you want to get to a location and then you want to spend some time in the area rather than spent 5 days getting there. We're gonna have 5 days getting back. Yeah, so it's just ideal, just like big jump and then one way. Ideal, I think. Uh, so what's this? Easy Living asks, are the motorhomes you bring back left-hand drive? No, they're right-hand drive. So the British motorhomes, they got British number plates on them, and and you basically the whole idea is obviously to drive them back to the UK, but also to iron out any problems with it. We've been on, I think it was the first time we went on in a motorhome, their brand new motorhome. The handbrake was sticking on, so the light on the dashboard was on, and all it was really was the rubber boot. They were transit vans. But I think they do Renaults as well. But anyway, I don't know why I mentioned that. I don't know, because I had to call the services. So the boot was bringing the handbrake up. So you had a look at it. You come in, the service guy, the AA or whatever he was called, and he just checked it out and just took the boot off, put it in the back, and said, "Right, off you go. It's fine." And then he signed some documents to say, "Yeah, he's looked at it and it's fine." And then somebody else said, "What was the other problem we had?" And another time, I don't remember now, but there was another problem with the other time that we went. Hi, Alan. No problem being late at all. Welcome. How many do we have watching right now? Let's just have a look at the how many we have. We have 13 people, I think that says. Am I reading that right? Yeah, 13 people on. Please say hello. Just use the little chat thing. Just type it in. Say hello. Not going to bite. Right, what else have we got? Let's talk about. Did I miss? I think I've done all the questions, didn't I? I've done all the questions on the stream, the video there, the announcement video. Let's take a look then at Canada. So as you've been noticing, Zoe's photographs have been rolling around in the background for the last few minutes. And yeah, Canada. Well, I don't suppose I need to remind you that it's an amazing place. Scenery is fantastic. Wildlife is everywhere. Of course, it really does depend on where you go. This was the trip we went on was organised by Worldwide Motorhomes, which is, I guess, is it a sister company, another division of Camping and Caravan Club. And so it was good for me because I tend to plan our trips. In the last few years, we've been using the Camping and Caravan tours, guided tours they're called, and it's just a great thing to it's already planned, all the locations are sorted out, so I don't have to concern myself about getting to a place. How long can we stay there? How long are can we stay in each place as we're heading to this location, and then having to come back? So referring to again to what I was talking about going to Italy. Yeah, so it's all great. It's all set up for you, and the guides. It was the first time Chris and Hillary, fantastic guides, best guides. And we've been on a few holidays, guided holiday. I think it's 3 now, isn't it? Fantastic. I mean, all the guides have been brilliant, but they were just brilliant, and everyone says that. Everyone in our party, I think there was 16 of us, 16 couples, and that's including Chris and Hillary. And everyone got on with everyone else. Sometimes you get the odd couple who don't fit in or something, but not. It was amazing. It was fantastic. The best thing we've ever, best holiday, especially since it was 3 weeks. Being working people, that's it's difficult to pull off sometimes. I think I had it. I didn't have any problems, but I think Zoe had a little bit of problem about bit of panic, I suppose you could say, about her having 3 weeks off. How would they cope and all that kind of thing. But it was pretty amazing. Let's just go back to the questions just quickly. What else we got here? Would you do camping and caravan? Camping. Alan says, would you do a camping and caravan holiday in Britain? You mean the club? Uh, as in, I don't think they do tours in Britain. But they do, obviously they've got the campsites, and we use them quite often. I think that's what you're asking. Um, easy easy living says, do you and Zoe visit motorhome forums? I'm a member of the Motorhome Fun. I'm sure a mention of your live stream would bring a lot more viewers. Great idea. No, we don't. I don't normally go to the forums. Only if I have a problem. You know, does anybody else have this problem? How do I fix it? La 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 la. But that's just really simply a quick Google search, and then you trawl through all the answers it comes up with. But no, don't. But I'll keep that in mind. So there's two things actually, isn't there? So I mentioned forums, and what was the other thing? Somebody else mentioned. I'll look later. Mark Wright says, I did a 7-week trip to Brittany last Jan and Feb, stayed on airs and a bit of wild camping. I loved it and could easily done a few more weeks. Laundry in small towns at small, yeah. Laundry in small towns and at some supermarkets. Oh, okay. So that sounds like, could you have actually taken more weeks, or was it working as well? Because that's another thing that's been on our mind. I don't think I mentioned it before, but would love to just take 6 months off work to do touring. But there's a lot. I don't know where to start really. I guess asking the company, can I have 6 weeks off, please? 6 months off. But what do you do with the house? And you've got to be shut down. And do you turn off? Do you cancel your television and all the contracts you have, and broadband or whatever? I don't know. It's no idea. Oh, sorry, that says 7 week. I read 7 weeks, and I thought 7 days. So you must be like probably full timing or retired or something. Easy living. We have a couple of weeks in Brittany in June in the van. We are getting the New Haven Dip. How would you pronounce that? Dip ferry. Those of us over 60, you are far too young, Adam. I'm far too young. What, to be doing motorhoming? You can get. Oh, I see. You can get 20% discount. So fare is cheapish. New Haven to Dip ferry. I don't know where that is. I could look at the map, but I won't do that in a moment. Okay, well I'll bear that in mind. Yeah, that trip to St Malo was quite expensive. Fun though, it was good. Peter, hello Peter. Hi everyone, raining now in New Zealand. New Zealand? Shut up. What are you talking about? It says Netherlands. I have these moments when I see something, I read something, and I say something else. Just like my mum, actually. Planning a trip in May and June to Scotland, Ireland, and the UK. Last year in the EU. Oh, you mean because we're leaving the EU, Brexit, and all that kind of thing? Well, you should be able to still come over. So yeah, that picture. I love that. That's funny. That's well, I nicknamed it the snow coach, but it was this. Well, there you can see this massive um, bus with huge wheels. In my video, I mentioned how much they are. It's like $1.5 million or something, and each one of those tires costs 5,000. I think I'm remembering that right. But they were one of the major causes of damage to the glacier, apparently. Because it comes on the ice, like you can see there, and then later on it'll drive on the road, and it's obviously picking up dirt and whatever. So they have um, like a what do they call it? It's basically a big puddle that it has to drive through just to wash the wheels as it goes through. And as you can see there, actually, the wet tyres, that's where it's just come from. But it's moved. We've been there twice now. It's moved. The glacier's moved so far back now. Um, and From what we remember, the in this trip we went down a really steep slope, almost I think it was at 45-degree slope. That we weren't on that wasn't there when we went last time, which was over 10 years ago. I think they built that so they weren't actually sitting on the glacier, driving up the glacier. But yeah, it was very interesting. This is the Skywalk, and this wasn't there when we first went. But yeah, it's just a massive platform, sticks out by 100 feet or something or other, and you can stand on it, and it wobbles a bit if you jump up and down. And the glass is about that thick. And you can see, basically a huge drop right into the valley. And when we were there, you can probably see them just above my head, just there. These maintenance guys, they're taking out some of the glass panels, and they were rebedding them or doing some replacing them, I should say. And they were putting the glue in the gaps. And I went up to them and I said, "You guys, you should do a really good job now. We don't want people falling through the holes." But anyway, back to the comments. Let's take a look. Brendan, hi Brendan, thanks for coming along. Hi Adam, looking good. Who, me? I don't. No, not me. I'm in the market for a pocket drone too. Oh, cool. One that'll take HD video, HD pictures and videos. I think that means for our Mo Home adventures. Which one did you order? I ordered zero something or other. Let me just have a quick look. I'll tell you what, I can go to my email, can't I? Right. Please bear with. I can't see my email for picking up. There it is. Right. I got the Zerotech Dobby Pocket drone. Oh, why can't I click on images? Is there no images here? Images, there we go. Right, let's switch this on. Joink. Great picture there. There we are. There you go. That's what it looks like. It's about the size of a phone. It's the Zerotech Dobby phone. In fact, let me just put that in the pocket drone. And I got it from Boon Good, I think it was. Just do a search, and then you'll see that coming up there. Okay, let's switch that back to the pictures. Right. Hi everyone. Hi Bob. How are you doing? Hi everyone. We're thinking of getting one of these hero cameras. What do you use? That's a good question. I've been asked in in comments of other videos about what equipment I use. I actually use, and I was thinking of doing a video of my setup. So I don't want to put any spoilers, but that's going to be a while. I won't be doing that until I'm back in Herman, I think. But look at that face. Um, so the camera, I've got a like a Panasonic Handycam kind of thing, uh, full HD. Well, they're all like full HD these days, aren't they? This is before 4K. Uh, it's a pretty good camera. Some bits I don't like about it. It's got I can go into focus on the ring there, or zooming on the with the ring. It's great camera, great quality lens and sensor. Then I have two GoPros. I've got the very first one was a brand new 3 Hero Black Hero Plus. I think I got that the wrong way round. I've kind of removed the waterproof housing. Comes with a waterproof housing which you can remove, and put a plastic cover around it. And that's what I'm normally using when I'm doing my camera shots and all that kind of stuff. Can be a bit fiddly if you don't have. I've had to put an LCD screen on the back because it can be fiddly going through the menus to change the type of shot you want. And then my other GoPro is a second-hand, although it's still new at the time, second-hand GoPro Hero Plus, which is the 4 type. So they're up to the latest ones are version 5. They're the ones you can then say you can tell it to start recording. You can say GoPro start recording, it will record. But it hasn't got anything like that. It's fixed in a waterproof case, and I use that one mainly to point out the window of Herman. And my Hero Black 3 Plus, great name, is the one that's pointing to us. Okay, so where we got here? Other questions? Oh yeah, I've got all these gadgets and stuff to how do you hold it, and clipping onto my chest here for doing the time lapses, and yeah, I got a little camera bag. Well, it looks like it's a rucksack. It's not big enough now. It's getting a bit too full. But yeah, great question. But I'm going to be putting a video together with how I set it all up at a later date. As Bob Mark says, you may have already said, but when you get your drone, will you do a video or demo on it? That's a normal thing, isn't it? When you buy a new kit, especially a gadget or something, you got to do an unboxing or something like that. Maybe. I don't really want to do my first shots because they're just going to be rubbish. But maybe if we go to New Forest or something and we get some good shots of the New Forest. This thing doesn't go very high and it won't go very far. I've seen a number of videos actually. And the one I really wanted was the not the Phantom, DJI Mavic, because you could tell it'll follow you and all this kind of stuff. So I want like an eye in the sky for my video. I don't want like go miles away and all this kind of stuff. I want just some simple scenery shots of us walking through the scenery, and maybe Herman driving and all that kind of thing. So I thought I'd start small. I've used RC before, remote control stuff before, so I kind of, although I'm still an amateur about the old sticks. You know, when it's coming towards you, you go right, it goes your left, all that kind of thing. Anyway, yeah, I'll probably do a demo. Probably say I'm getting it out now. So it'll be in a. I don't think I'll do an unboxing or how you use it, but maybe something. I've not really thought about it yet. Okay, next question. They're coming in quite quickly, aren't they now? You may have. This is Mark. You may have. Oh, I've just read that one. As me, and then we have Brendan. Thanks. Looking forward to your demo when you have mastered it. Yep. Yes, Facebook page. I have not got a Facebook page. That's where we could put the photographs. That'd be easy to upload. See, the thing is with video, of course, they take a lot of bandwidth when you upload them, and then when you're in a campsite, they take it takes ages to upload a video, several hours in some cases, or if that's the case, I just don't bother. But if it was a Facebook page, we could just go do on a mobile phone and up it goes, after taking a photograph. Might be an idea. I'm using Instagram. I've got a Twitter account, uh, but Facebook, I'm not really on Facebook myself. Well, I am, but I don't really do much posting. Maybe a quick look at. Oh, look at that. Sorry, let me just quickly see if I can switch this off. That is an amazing shot. Don't you think? She's done a really good job with that picture there, I think, with the mountain faded in the background. It's only a point and shoot camera, and to get that with that kind of thing, that's just brilliant. Switch the chat back on. There you go. Excellent. These are photographs, little, well, chipmunks, I suppose, but they're up the top of the mountain in Whistler. Am I right there? Whistler is Whistler. Yeah, Whistler is the Banff. No, Banff. That was our last major stop off. Yeah, Banff. We had to go up Sulphur Mountain, up a gondola. I don't know if I'm repeating stuff that you could have probably watched in the videos anyway, but anyway. So maybe what we've got here: scenery, wildlife. I have not seen a bear come up on the pictures yet. Lots of pictures of the people that we went with. We saw lots of bears. In fact, it's another question come up, didn't it? Talking of uploading and bandwidth, do you have a MiFi unit of some sort, or do you just use campsite Wi-Fi? Yeah, I won't pay for it. I won't pay for Wi-Fi. I pay for a lot for Wi-Fi at home. I've got a great connection, 200 megabits or whatever it baud rate is called, but it's expensive stuff, and I don't think I should pay for it, especially when it's extortionate rates. But anyway, if it's free, yeah, I'll use that. No, I don't have a MiFi unit. I do keep seeing advertisements and companies at these shows and whatnot, but it will be expensive for just a few times, using it just a few weeks of the year when I can really just come home and upload my videos. So that's 10 why I haven't bought anything like that. Mark, just remember, no plan is often the best plan. You're right, because that's what happened with Britney. I say it as if it's a pop star. Britney, when we went to Britney, didn't have any idea. My boss actually had gone to Britney for a week or two, a couple of weeks before we went, and I asked him I had no idea where we could go, and he gave me some ideas. But he stayed in one place, and that was Binnick, around Binnick area. He said, "Yeah, it's great and it got me thinking about the markets and whatever." He told me that he would go there him and his family would drive to Binnick and pick up some stuff that they would eat for lunch that day. So that's what I thought. Oh, that'd be great, just to get local food, local produce, which you can't really do in the UK, can you? You can't get local foods. I guess farmers markets and stuff, but no, not really. I suppose if you're in the middle of the countryside, it'd be different. You may have said already, but do you have any plans to upgrade Herman at all? Either Herman himself or a newer motorhome? No plans, and I haven't said already, but we do tend to. I think we have a good idea of what we want out of a motorhome. After having so many rentals, Sorry, rentals. It wasn't that many, probably about 4, 5, and having Herman for since 2011, I think. Now we've had him since 2011. Um, yeah, we have some idea of what we actually are after. So I would like, and I think Zoe's with me there. Would like a rear lounge, one you can sit back and relax, and you've got views out of that window, views out of that window, and views behind you. And then to do that, we're going to need it's going to be need to be quite long. We don't want a bed, um, have to fold out a bed and whatever. We don't want to do anything like that. So over the driving area, just like Herman or the Hymers in general and those A-class models, they have a pull-down bed above the seats. So that's the kind of thing we're after. So we'd like another Hymer, pull-down seat, rear lounge, and I don't know if we would want to go smaller with the bathroom. Herman's bathroom is ideal. Separate bathroom, separate toilet, sink, shower. So not everything gets wet and you have to wipe everything down afterwards. So that's what the kind of thing we're after. But we haven't found anything yet. We did, in fact, I've seen the video recently. We took a couple of years ago. I think it's just called Motorhome Show, I think. And I thought, oh yeah, I remember that one. That was a good one. But yeah, no real plans. We're not looking at anything, but every so often we might say, oh look at that, that's interesting. An advert. Oh, that's interesting. Let's take a look at that. Easy living. I remember you mentioned problems with mosquitoes in Canada. Did you find any way of keeping them away? Yeah, jumping on a plane. uh, I recently bought a repellent containing a chemical called DEET for short. Yep. Uh, yes, DEET is apparently a great repellent of mosquitoes, but it's not that. Um, it's not very environmental friendly or human friendly. Apparently, I didn't know this until Canada actually, when somebody, I think it was Bob told us. He was a guy in the video who said, "Oh, you want to get DEET," and we took loads of DEET with us when we went to Kenya, because of course you don't want a mosquito bite there. But yeah, the mosquitoes are, the mosquitoes, and it's just what's annoying about mosquitoes. It's not so much the biting. I think you could put up with that. I guess it's the itching that gets annoying, but it's the in your ear and you go and it touches your face and it tickles. That's what gets me. So I think rubber gloves, rubber face masks, no, one of those hat nets that would probably sort me out. But in Scotland though, they're tiny. It's like getting ground pepper, pre-ground pepper, and like seeing it on a piece of paper. And it's like that's them, tiny things, tiny. Uh, Bob, right? Saw some cracking Hymers at Scottish Caravan and Motorhome Show. Were they brand new ones? Not the brand new ones are very nice, but they've all got beds, fold out beds at the back. I think when we last went to the NEC Motorhome Show a few years ago, but it kind of put us off about them. The build quality is not as good as they are now, and I guess companies got to make cut shortcuts and stuff, and not shortcuts, but cut costs. That's the word I'm after. And let's go back to here. So what was the next question? My wife and I are retiring next year. Then we'll be taking off to tour Europe, finishing up in sunny Spain for the winter. That is a brilliant idea, I think. Do you think you and Zoe could ever spend months on end in Herman? That has, we have thought about that actually. Being stuck in Herman. He's quite small inside. There's not much room, and that has been a concern for us. you know, you've got two rooms, the bathroom and the main area, and then when you're trying to relax, you just got that table. The driver's seat swivels round, but we hardly use that. It's so far away from the table, and you can't see the television from it. Or if you do, the other person at the table can't see. So that's a yeah. That concerns us as well. But I mean, there's no. If we went away for a long time and we saw a motorhome, which kind of ticked all the boxes for us, I think we could, do an upgrade, or if you want to call it an upgrade. How could you upgrade from Herman? I don't know. But yeah, we could definitely. That does definitely play on our mind whenever we think about it. I guess it's the same as like if you're living with somebody and you've only got one room, right? So there's nowhere. If you have an argument, not that we ever have arguments, you want to just get away from each other. But I guess if you're if you're in Europe, you've got outside as well. You can go outside, sit outside, and be away from each other. Talking of motorhome shows, do you plan to go to any of the Warner's outdoor shows? First one is in Peterborough in April. Thousands of vans. Uh, yeah, we no plans. We don't really know when they are. I guess we only in the magazines we get with the camping and caravan club have. Whenever I look at them, get them so often though. I never have time to look through them. Of course, by that time we've missed it. Yeah, we'd like to do that. I think there's one in Exeter just not so long. No, it was last weekend. Now my parents have moved down to Devon. We could have done that, but yeah, Zoe wasn't feeling very well. I had other things I wanted to do, and it's a long drive. It's 3 hours for us. Our van is 7.5 meters and just the right layout for us, and it's British, made by Swift. Cool. Uh, what what model is it? Maybe we could take a look at that when we next spot one. I'm only 50 and I've saved up hard for a new auto trail. I get on the 1st of March and soon go full time. Oh, excellent. Life is too short to wait for retirement. Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. See, now you got me thinking. I'm not 50 yet, nor is Zoe's nearer 50. She'll hate me for saying that, don't tell her. But yeah, not too sure what to do about work. I'm in computers and solving problems and writing programs, all that kind of thing. I get loads of emails about, oh yeah, this company's doing this in programming and development this, development that, and I think same old stuff that I know and do anyway. So what's the point of moving? It's just I don't know. I don't know what to do. Maybe it's a good opportunity to jack it all. But the thing is, if I jack in my job, it's very difficult to get back into the role again if I need to do that. Showgoer.co.uk gives details. Is that of all the? That must be of all the shows then. The showgoer. Yeah, I get. I guess that's what you're saying. We'll take that. I'll write that down. I have to go through these comments later again. Showgoer. Thanks for that. We were lucky enough to be away for 31 nights last summer, mostly in France, and spent most of it living outside anyway. Yeah, we had a bit of the outside living in Brittany actually. See, uh, I like having my breakfast outside. It's a thing. I don't know why. Well, I guess you do know why. It's just you being outside. You don't normally do it at home. That's the thing. You see, maybe you would do it at home if you had a garden. Now I got a garden. It's there. Outside my window is a huge birch tree in it. It's probably, well, it's taken up the whole thing, but we can't really sit in our garden. I guess that's something we might be missing. There's a thoroughfare, there's a path just out there. There's no road, just a path. And I was going to say I should probably move my camera, but it would be. You probably won't see anything because there's lots of green and grass out there, and this is a green screen that here. Anyway, so yeah, I think we probably missed the outside because we don't have a garden. Sorry, we do have a garden, but we haven't got. So I'm waffling now. Um, my cord keeps getting wrapped around something. All right. Next question. Oh no questions. I've caught up with the questions. Oh, yeah, but sitting outside though, love to be out. I like sitting outside in the morning, drinking my coffee and having my breakfast. As long as it's warm enough. It doesn't matter if it's raining. I suppose you can always put the awning out, which we use a lot in Brittany. Anyway, back to Canada. So Canada. Oh, stop it. Back to Canada. Let's switch back to the. Oh, look at that otter there. Let's just quickly. I'm jumping around. I'm sorry. That otter. You saw it in the video, I guess. It was just amazing. They're not otters. They're just ducks. But yeah, the otters in Canada. This is what I want to get back to. The wildlife. Talking about the wildlife in Canada is just phenomenal. Otters. We mainly saw otters on Vancouver Island. Just coming up on the shore, and you see them in the sea and whatever. And it was a point where it was, oh, there's an otter, and then I was videoing it. I think I got it on camera actually. When somebody went around past me and go, oh, what are they looking at? Oh, it's an otter. As if they're there all the time. Our first bear, which I didn't catch on camera, we were driving in. I think my best place was Wells Grey Provincial Park, simply because it was isolated. Actually, let's now switch to. Where's he gone? There you go. This is what I had. I don't know if you guys use Google at all, Google Maps. I used to use it an awful lot to do my planning for our trips. They've changed it now. Where am I going? They've changed it now. Where's my... See, and I... Your places. Okay, there you go. They've changed it so it's a lot more difficult to... Not intentionally, to actually create your maps, your agendas. And so this is a Canada trip. And what I normally would do is, just give us an idea of, like I was saying earlier, it's like, oh, I only want to drive 3.5 hours. How far can I drive in 3.5 hours? That's a day for us. And but for Canada, I thought I'd just put the points in, just see how far each place was and what's around the area when we pitch up. So we started in Vancouver. That's our hotel just there, I do believe. I think that's what I've done. And then we picked up the. I think that we picked up the motorhome about here. I think travelled to Victoria, and then all the way up. This is Chemainus. This is where all the memorials are on the walls. We crossed here. Follow this coast, amazing road this. And then our first stop was it Whistler? Is this Whistler? Yep. Just one night at Whistler, then we moved on all the way through here. So I was just seeing if I can recognise any of these places. Like Cache Creek, this is the first place we stayed at which didn't have any hookups. Yeah, this was a town we just drove through. Not at all really interesting, I thought anyway. And then this must be, yes, this is, oh, here we are. This is the Wells Grey Provincial Park. So we all around about here. This is Clearwater. Yep, Clearwater. This was is a petrol station, a few places to buy supermarkets. In fact, this is the place where we bought our wine, what we thought was wine, just here somewhere. And actually, it was alcohol-free wine, which it was just great. Honestly, it was just great fruit juice. And then yeah, our campsite was up here somewhere. I have no idea where though. You fools. But this is where we first saw our first bear. I'm just trying to look for the mountains. There was a sign on the right. It said up this mountain 3 kilometers. Oh, Trophy Mountain. That was it. So there's an exit along here. This is a dirt track. Can we do this? No, I don't. No, it's not going to allow us. But anyways, along here somewhere. And I was just driving along. And I looked out the window as we went past the turnoff, and it's like it was the light was getting low, and it was just a black thing, and I just saw it like that. And I not slammed the brakes on, but come to a stop. 3-point turn, went back, and then as we creeped around to look back left now, that's where it was. We could still see the bear, but now it was alert, and as we turned in, and that was when it scarpered. So it was just amazing. Our first black bear that was. I think all the others we caught on camera. All right, let's take a look at the comments just quickly. Lucky enough. So, a question for Mark here from Easy Living. Mark, where do you plan to park your new van when you are in full time? We have just paid for a season pitch. It's about £2,200 a year, which is expensive, but works out only £6 a night. Oh, if you put it down to that kind of level, yeah, it doesn't sound that expensive at all. Adam, have you ever thought about writing a blog? Videos are great, but must be a lot of work editing. Well, do you know what? I did start writing blogs, and in fact, what was it called? Captain Tadpole, I think it's called. So if you want to do I stopped doing it. I started putting it in a little notebook, and I started blogging. And I mean, I've done video for ages. So let's switch back to this for a moment. So yeah, it just made sense to just record. I was just recording holidays and stuff, and it really started when we went to Scotland the first time, I think. Oh no! It was when we went to Portugal, possibly. Anyway, yeah, I guess blogging. So that's writing out little paragraphs and for people to read rather than doing video blogs. But I thoroughly enjoy making the videos and the editing. I do get a big kick out of it, so it's not a problem for me. Yeah, I just love video. In fact, it kind of dawned on me. There was we live near Windsor, and they had many years ago. They had I think it's actually an annual thing, but they had this car show, and we were driving to Windsor, and I thought, oh, that's in the Great Park there. Let's have a butcher's at that. So I had a camera. I think it was some little. What was it now? I don't remember what it was now. It was a camera. And I thought, well, let's just take photographs. And I got bored of taking photographs. I found myself taking video, and because I could move around the vehicle and get underneath into the engine bays, and rather than taking photograph. I do take photographs. It's just that I prefer doing video. People do photographs. I do video. Croatia is a good idea. Croatia, though, I think is probably a bit far for us. Basically, 2-week holiday, trying to getting there and getting back. We have great fun getting there and getting back, but only a couple of days in Croatia. So hold on, mate. I used to read the names out. Double Down Vlogs. Hello. Not seen you on here. And Fadej Keen, hello to both of you. Welcome aboard. We just brought an Auto Trail Apache 2007 rather, model year, rear lounge, tongue twisting. We headed for the lakes end of Feb. Our first outing in it. Canada looks amazing. I watch your videos on Canada. Great, thank you very much. So the lakes in the UK, I assume. We do like the lakes as well, actually. But the last time we went, it was a bit wet. That was our tour of the national parks of Britain. Well, England, I think. Does Herman have a solar panel? We are having one fitted next month. You need to tell me about that because I I I would like to get a solar panel. He doesn't have one. If anything, to keep that battery topped up when he's in storage. And of course, I think it would also make our wild camping. Not that we do much of that. That would be great as well if you could top the battery up and could do a bit of wild camping. Does her? And I read that one. Would Google Earth not show this better? Possibly. And I normally use normal Google. I guess possibly. I don't know how it would come out on the video though. Might be just a lot of jumping. Maybe. Let me see. Have a look. Let me see. Have a look. See what happens. Oh yeah. So you can't see what's going on though. Not that you can see what I'm looking at. Right. Easy living. I can park it at work if I want. I need, but be off very soon. Very slowly drifting around France. If I do more than 10 miles a week, and I'm going too fast. It's like walking to the supermarket, isn't it? Getting all my angles wrong. I've not seen that yet. We've gone round like 3 times. I've not seen the bear yet. Thank you. I'm a subscriber to your channel. And yes, the lakes in the UK. Scotland, West Coast in summer, then Cornwall in September. So but you must be in the Midlands or something, I guess, if you can. Maybe not. We can do that as well. Just that Scotland is far for us. It's going to take us a good 2 days, I think, to get into where we want to go for the NC 500. Just a suggestion on Google Earth. I'm no expert. Yeah, yeah. Google Earth is great. I mean, you can tilt it and whatever, and see it all in 3D. Where are we going now? So let's just quickly go back to. See these videos. This picture here is exactly where we were showing you in oh goodness, Grays Water, no Grays Water, Grays Hill Provincial, Wells Grey Provincial Park. Let's just look at these pictures here. Oh, that's Ken. That's right. Okay, so that's Helm Ken Falls. I've just seen that. Google. There you go. Bunk. Helm Ken Falls. So you could look at it across here. You could. Where's the road? Oh, that's right. Yeah. We do a left. Yeah, and we go there. But am I thinking this right? Yes, that's right. So we come along. This is dirt track, by the way. You might have seen it in the videos. But here is like you can park up somewhere along here, and then you walk all the way to here, and then you see, and you can see you're on this side of the. So let's go and take a look at. Oh, did you see it move then? Oh, wow! You're right, guys. Look at that. Can I move? Can I? No, don't do that. Can I move? Wow! I can't seem to move it. Control. Oh, there you go. Control key. Look at that. So that's the viewing platform. That's the view, and that's the falls there. Yes. Of course, you can't see the falls because it's a satellite image draped over a mesh. Wow, look at that. That looks amazing now because we've walked all the way through here. Yeah, so there's the parking area. I can't zoom in anymore. There's the parking area just there. Walking, walking, walking. Diddle-a-doo. And you get yourself to about here. The falls are just there. Night. What was that just come up? Oh, wow, this is amazing. I love that. I like the way that they actually put a bit of fog in the background as well, just give you more depth. I'm enjoying this because, of course, I can see where we went, and it all falls into place in my head. But also, I can see around the corner now because when you're here, of course, you can't. All you see is this. When you're looking at from the viewing platform, you just see this. When you're from Helmken Falls, there's a tree down there, and it all disappeared. And I think we had cloud here. There's a cloud, and we couldn't see. Oh yes, that's amazing. Thank you. That is amazing. Anyway, back to the map. That's a bit boring now, isn't it? Is that north? Yes. Right, let's move on. Let's take a look at drink. Oh, that butterfly. There, we saw that in Robson Green. No, Robson National Park. Loads of them. They're very rare in Britain. Only see them in Norfolk. Swallowtail, are they? But we saw quite a few of them, like 5 or 6. They're huge. They're maybe about that big. Okay. Is it just? Oh, so you're from Scarborough. Oh wow! So if you're going to Cornwall, that's going to take you. It takes us 4 hours to get to Cornwall from where we are, Reading area. But yeah, Scarborough, that will take you. Goodness, probably what, day and a half maybe if you're not pushing it. Deborah and Tim. Hello, Deborah and Tim. Not seen you on here before. Hi, Adam. What's Herman's mile per gallon? We had to sell our Bessica as it. Is that the way you pronounce it? Bessica? That's the way I've always pronounced it. As it got too expensive to run. Broke our hearts. Yeah, you know what? We sell Herman. It's going to be a nightmare, I think, in those for that reason. Broke hearts. We had so much fun. Also, do you have any hobbies you take away with you? Right. So Herman's mile per gallon. A few years ago, I did a little test, and I think we were getting 26 as diesel. Yeah, I think it was 26 miles per gallon. Hobbies. I guess videoing is my hobby. When I'm not outside doing video, I've got another YouTube channel where I play video games and record them for other people to watch. So for me. It's my hobby is making videos, it's the story that I like to show, to do. Still the wrong word. Yeah, I like making the story, not making it up, but having a story to tell, rather than being in Windsor. Going back to Windsor, I used to work in Windsor, and there was extremely high tourist spot. So you're out at lunch, you're going to Marks or Spencer's or whatever to get something to eat. And you'll see people with their cameras like this just walking up the main high street there towards the castle. It's like walking slowly doing this. And I'm thinking, that's not the way to make a video. No one's going to watch that. You've got to make it viewable. Pictures, you can look at it, move on. Look at it, look at another one, move on. With video, if you've got 2 hours worth of walking up a thingy, then no one is ever going to watch it. It's got to be watchable. Otherwise, you don't want to watch it. Where are we with the comments? We get loads of comments. How big? How were the how big were the Canadian motorhomes to drive? If I read that right. Other than the steering, they were they were quite they were pretty decent. No, it sounds like I'm putting in a negative. They were really good, actually. I was quite impressed. Living area, whatever, all that kind of thing. That was brilliant. These were I, practically brand new. No, they were brand new, weren't they? I think they were brand new. They didn't have very many miles on the clock. They were practically brand new. Um, the steering was a bit funny, but then that's mostly American vehicles. Somebody told us about one of the people that have been on the tour with us said that they knew somebody or whatever that had gone and bought a Jeep in the UK, but brought it back to the dealer and said, the steering's all funny. That's it, that's them. That's normal. So yeah, so a bit like this, and it kind of anyway. So yeah, to drive, you had a reversing camera at the back. And you just got to do the normal things. Reversing might want somebody outside to just say stop other people or giving you more eyes on the what's going on. But yeah, I had no problems with them. Just trying to think. No, I don't think I had any. The brakes were fine. Going up hills, mountains. Sorry, mountains. It was just trying to remember. Yeah, I mean, they were fine. They were all right. It wasn't too bad. 5.5 tons. I think that's a disappointment for me. I think it's 5.5 tons. It had all the label on the window. That's how I know. And then over here it's 3.5 tons. But if we had 3.5, if we had 5.5 ton, if we were allowed to drive 5.5 ton vehicle, then it'd be amazing over here. I think it'd be a lot better. But yeah, that's a disappointment. The fact that you got to have downsize when you come back over. Uh, we were having our solar panel fitted in Van Bits in Taunton. It's not the cheapest, £500. They fit a free battery master gizmo to keep your starter battery topped up. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, that's the thing I'm really interested in, the starter battery. Of course, we've replaced ours now, but I mean, if we don't use it, it's just going to do the same thing. Ours was about 26 miles per gallon too. Cool. What Zoe's hobbies? Yeah, Zoe doesn't really have hobbies. She likes reading her magazines, her showbiz mags. She doesn't actually have any hobbies that making things or whatever. Just trying to think. No. I should do some hobbies, shouldn't I? Hi, Adam. The Interceptor. We've not met Interceptor. Hi there. Glad you could come along. Hi, Adam. Sorry I've missed the start. Not a problem. You can always. It's going to be archived, so you can always go back and rewatch it. But of course, you can't respond to any of this live. In fact, this chat here, this chat here, over there, won't appear. You won't be able to respond to that, but you'll be able to put your own comments. There's a new place to put comments in. Does that make any sense? Probably not. Mr. Star, was that the caravan? Was that the caravan storage site on a maintenance and upgrade mission? Oh, I see. That's the reason why you were you were. Well, you weren't late. I get the best miles per gallon I can on our Swift. Must be nearly 30 miles per gallon on the motorway. Mind you, that's the cruise control set to 54, and I am getting in everyone's way. That's fine though, isn't it? I mean, I saw something the other year, saying that the difference between traveling 60 miles an hour and traveling 70 miles an hour is really slim. You're talking about probably, well, it really depends on where you go, how far you're going. But let's say you travel an hour and a half. You're only talking saving yourself 5, maybe 10 minutes. It's not much. You see all these cars, all these drivers batting down the road, and it's not much difference. Just 10 minutes. I've been streaming now for 55 minutes, and it could have got. Anyway, I don't know what I'm trying to say there. So, 55 minutes. I was going to talk about the bear we met. Shut up. The bear we saw. We saw, as in plural, that is. We saw about 11, didn't we? Elk, we saw. No, we saw loads of deer. We saw a few elk when we got to Jasper, walking through the campsite and whatever. Big old beasts. So friendly, though. It's a bit like the ponies in New Forest. They recommend you don't touch them, just like the ponies, but it was more of a case of, well, they're always, are they tamed? Do they know? It was, how wild are they? Well, they are wild. They're not managed or anything, I don't think. And then, but we really wanted to see the moose. I think it's the wrong time of year for moose. Apparently, we asked many people about the moose, but we didn't see a moose last time either. Last time we went to Canada. Oh yeah, and the bear jams. I think that was the worst thing. I think about Canada was the bear jams. These are when people they see a bear on the side of the road, stop their vehicle. I mean, we did it, but they get out. So they got these vehicles either side of a really small road, a dirt road, and they would get out and then show their kids the bear. And it's like, what are you doing? Get in. And then there was one. Did I catch it? No, I don't think I did catch this on camera, but there was a grizzly. So we were at Pieto Lake, and we were told, many people come up to us and said, we saw there's a grizzly just up the road in the direction that we were traveling. And yes, sure enough, there was a bear jam, but the rangers had got out. They were there. They were in force, and they were telling people to move on. And our side, they were blocking off, so nobody could park that side because they had to keep the traffic moving. Anyway, so this guy, I think, just sneak in behind this cone here, just park up behind this cone. But he came up to us and said, "No, you're gonna have to move on." I saw it, and then as he was talking to me, he stopped. He must have heard a yell or something. He turned around, and there somebody had pulled up, got out of their car, and started running towards the grizzly, who was having a good old munch on some bushes. And he looked a bit, he was moving. He wasn't moving slowly like the brown bears. He was having a go at this bush, and it was like, and he running up to it, and he was, I don't know, I couldn't tell you the distance. Probably 10 meters is too close. He wasn't 10 meters. He was about 15 possibly. Camera out like that, like that, taking. It's like, and then next place we meet some rangers. We tell them the story, and they tell us about they've had to recently shoot a black bear because somebody tried to feed it, and it got aggressive. It's like, why don't you just shoot the people? It really is annoying when people do that. Anyway, shouldn't be negative. Right, what questions have we got here? All right. Mark Wright. Plus, if you have a Facebook page, you could organise a meetup for people on that page. That's a good idea, because I was thinking about that regarding the NC 500 actually. Because I know, well, I can't remember. I'll have to scroll through the list now about who's actually who's in Scotland, lives in Scotland. So that'd be an easy meetup. Think about meeting some friends there anyway for a day. He doesn't know yet. Jason, I'm sure you're not going to be watching this. So that'd be good, wouldn't it? Meet up. And of course, you can't organise meetups with. Maybe I'll do. Maybe I'll set up Facebook, uh, just so we can post pictures and do that kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks for the idea. Maybe a bit rude, but roughly how much would I be looking for at the Canada trip with motorhomes? So our holiday, I do you know what we want to do? Let me just find the website first. What did I say it was called? Worldwide Motorhomes. Worldwide Motorhomes. Please hold. Right. Oh, that's. Oh, not come here. Escorted tours. Let's just switch this on here. And then we have. Oh, Cache Creek. Hat Creek Ranch. No, oi, go back. That was us. This one? This one? No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. This one? No. Where's it gone? Oh, anyway. Ah. Yeah. No. I just saw a photo on there. It was us. Anyway, let's take a look here because I can't remember. I think it was £2,000 each. Escorted tours. Discover more. Oh, look at that. Is there a price on here? We went to this one. Oh, gotta click on that. And okay, it wasn't £2,000 each. It was more like £3,000 each. Wow. So let me just I'll paste that in there. Hopefully you can click on that. Yeah, I think should be able to click on that so you can go there yourself. I'm really interested in seeing that photograph again. I'm going to keep that up on the screen for a bit. You can't pause it though, can you? Anyway, oh, yeah, seeing that was the bridge we drove across. Right. Okay. Looking. I don't think that's. Oh no, that is our crew. Can we go back to that? Oi. No, I don't think it is actually. No, they don't. They're not showing that picture anymore. Anyways, blunk. Our eldest lives in Caversham, near Reading. Probably not far from you. No, it's not really. It's probably. Oh, Reading is a 20-minute drive, I guess. Caversham, the other side of Reading, north of Reading, isn't it? I think. Sadly, we have to go for my tea. I will join you in the next stream, I'm sure. Coming up, keep up the good work. We'll check out the site. Maybe a tad much for us to buy, with us buying them at home. Thank you. Not a problem. Now, talking of our next stream, thank you for that. I haven't actually written that down on my notes here. Next stream, not too sure when it's going to be just yet because the next stream actually falls on a time when I won't be in the country. I'm going to America for work, training. It's going to be dull. Although it is in Florida, it's in like Orlando, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it, kind of. But anyway, I will be coming back that weekend, so it might be moving it to the Sunday rather than the Saturday. But I'm also interested in if this time suits you guys, or would you like? I have had a comment saying that would like it later. So just let us know what you think, and we can we can. I mean, if you miss it, you can just watch it back in the archive. It just gets released as a video rather than a stream. But I think that's going to be it for this live stream. Um, just one more question here, one more from Ease Living. Well, it's been great to take part in your live stream, Adam, but her ladyship wants me to cook her some dinner soon. See you next time. Thank you very much, Paul. And yes, we'll be going as well. Look at him there. Oh, he's over this side. Look at him. Right. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. I hope you had a good time. I hope it's been useful. So, any comments you want to put down, just put them in the comments, the comments below, or throw them in the chat as well, and maybe I'll come up and read them out next time. But again, thank you very much for watching, and bye bye now. I keep doing that. I don't know why I keep doing that. I don't know where I've got that from. Bye bye. What button do I press?